Welcome to today's Fostering Peace meditation. I'm your facilitator, Jill Wardell. We are living in times where peace is much needed. Peace within ourselves despite constant, changing, and often tumultuous conditions. And peace without in the wider world, in our families, our workplace, our friend group, the larger communities in which we live, play, and work. When we think of creating peace, either within or without, it can feel like an overwhelming task. Internally, we resist this due to the conditions that are around us. We say things like, "When things calm down, I will take care of myself. I will do what nourishes me." We wait and wait for the storm to pass, and while we may have short reprieves, they last but an instant before we find ourselves tossed back into the waves. When we think of creating peace outside of ourselves, it can feel overwhelming as we diminish our own impact. Who are we to create change? We are so small. There's only one of us. How can we really make a difference in the larger systems and structures at play that have given birth to this current reality? These thoughts can make us feel hopeless and enact a sense of passivity to the suffering that exists in the world. The Chinese have a different way of approaching this task. They see peace as an inside-out job that is evident in the following passage: peace in the world. If there is light in the soul, there will be beauty in the person. If there is beauty in the person, there will be harmony in the house. If there is harmony in the house, there will be order in the nation. If there is order in the nation, there will be peace in the world. Just like a pebble in a pond, by cultivating peace first within, we can use our presence, words, and actions to radiate positive change externally, but starting first at the local level. We need to first change our orientation to what currently is in order to master this. Let's begin this practice by choosing a posture that allows for great dignity and centeredness, one that is stable, erect, and connected to the earth. Find your feet on the floor and choose a natural place for your hands to land. In your lap, thighs, or knees, palms facing up or down. Feel free to close your eyes, and let's begin by taking some long, deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose, expanding the belly on the inhalation and contracting it on the exhalation. Breathing in, belly goes out. Breathing out, belly comes in. Breathing in, expanding the belly outwards. Breathing out, contracting the belly in. In this meditation, we will be attuning our attention to different parts of our experience in the present moment and choosing to accept each experience as it is. First, we will be paying attention to our breathing, to each in and out breath that we experience. In order to do this, you want to find the place where you feel the breath enter your body most prominently. It can be the top of the upper lip, the tip of the nostril left or right, the rise or fall of the belly, the expansion and contraction of the chest. Wherever it is, affix your attention there and begin to just notice each breath, the coming and going of the air, without a desire to fix or change anything. Letting your breath move freely throughout your body now. And noticing the sense of expansion and contraction in different parts that occurs with each breath. Noticing how each breath is different, has its own flavor of opening and closing, coming and going, expanding and contracting. Choosing to accept each of these experiences exactly as they are. There is no one right or wrong way to breathe. There is this breath that is breathing you now. Savor it as its own unique expression, as simply a wave in the larger, vast ocean of being alive. And if you find yourself drifting away from this practice and noticing the breath, you can simply come back without any judgment to this next breath now, simply observing it, appreciating it, and being with it exactly as it is. Now let's transition to being with what's there in the body. Let yourself experience all of the physical sensations as they arise, from anywhere that they arise. What is showing up in the top of your body, your head, your neck, your shoulders, chest, torso, arms. What sensations are present there? Noticing a habit of desire and also avoidance with the sensations that you experience. Some that you find more pleasant, you'll label them good sensations. And some that you find unpleasant, you'll label bad. Try to get underneath the labels to see what is exactly going on. What is the direct sensory experience of each of these phenomena as they arise that make you label them pleasant or unpleasant? When you identify these, spend some time looking at it, finding the label, trying to rewrite and get underneath the label to observe the direct sensory experience as it is. Again, without a desire to fix or change anything. We are simply noticing what's here. With awareness and appreciation for this experience of being alive. Notice now your thoughts. any mental images or mental talk that emerges. Perhaps it's conclusions you've drawn about yourself or conclusions you've drawn about others or life. Instead of agreeing or buying into or indulging these thought forms, embody a spirit of bare attention, taking a detached interest in what you see, but also allowing yourself to see and hear each image and story as if an impartial observer. Perhaps you were sitting at a side cafe table, kind of overhearing a conversation at the next table. You're not necessarily invested in the content, you just find it fascinating that that's the spirit, that's the place that your mind goes when left unattended. Notice how each thought form that emerges comes and goes. It's impermanent like the wind. It's like another wave in that vast ocean. So we don't necessarily need to identify with any of these thoughts as being true. Or fixed, incapable of change. Choosing to accept each mental image and story as objectively as possible, neither associating with nor detaching to them or avoiding them. Letting go of any desire that you have to fix or change anything, just simply noticing. Now I'd like you to imagine that you are lifting up out of your seat, going up, 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 up into the sky, 10,000 feet up, where you can see things from a very spacious perspective and level. And now lowering yourself back down, 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 down into the seat where you sit. I'd like you to observe the gestalt of your experience right now. Your body, your mind, the emotions there, the breath. Observe the gestalt, the whole of it. How you are right now in this moment, your internal weather. How would you characterize that? Recognize that this state, this current characterization, is just as impermanent as everything else. It will not last. That's the good news and the bad news. As you observe at this level, allow the windows of your senses to remain open to all phenomena as they come and go in various forms, speeds, and intensities. Amidst all of this movement, and what might seem like chaos, sense underneath this your capacity to hold it all, to remain steady in the midst of the changes of life. Rest in this fullness of being in your life, a life that is always, not just at this moment, full with movement, transformation, and change happening beneath the surface. Instead of resisting this fluctuation, choose to simply stand in the storm and embrace it, knowing that you have within you the necessary wisdom, skills, and abilities to weather this and every storm that you encounter. Notice if this declaration changes your experience now. seeing yourself as capable and resilient, able to adapt and flow with change, able to choose peace. As we come to a close, take a moment to send gratitude to yourself for choosing to embody peace in this moment. Before we open our eyes and come back to the room, consider how you'll bring equanimity and peace to the rest of your day, to these times, and to the people whose lives you touch. Gandhi once said, "There is no way to peace. Peace is the way." May we recommit to choosing the path of peace in every step. Namaste.